first off, just tell me about the team's outlook so far this year.
This year we're a different ball club this year. Gone is all our size that we had from my first 2 years here. So this year we don't have that kind of size. We got a lot of athletic kids, a lot of speed. So we're gonna crank it up this year. We're switching over from a Princeton style offense and a half court, up in your face defense where we're trying to play in the 40s and 50s to this year we're going to run a havoc system, much like you see in college ball with VCU and similar to Florida style, where we're going to get up and down and get in transition and screen and roll you and then press for 32 straight minutes. So it's going to be a different season this year. Our kids are right now adjusting that. We had a pretty good summer, getting into the flow of doing those things and kind of going from one extreme to the other, and they're doing a good job. And the summer was a great help to us, and these last couple weeks in practice we're really cranking it up and realizing how hard we got to practice in order to play games like that.
What kind of an impact does a guy like Royce have on your team?
Oh, Royce he's going to be a 4-year starter. This will be his 4th year, over 1,000 points in his career, and has a good chance to become the all-time leading scorer here. And anytime you got a kid like that, and he doesn't just score, he does all sorts of things. He rebounds well. He's always in position to get steals, to make other people better. And one thing that helps the rest of our guys is everybody knows who Royce is. Everybody knows what he can do, and so when teams concentrate on him, we got a lot of weapons this year on offense where somebody else may have big nights now because everybody's concentrating on Royce, and that only makes our team better. So having a kid like Royce definitely makes my job easier, and it helps those guys on the court as well.
Speaking of making your job easier, is there any specific goals or expectations you guys have for this season?
Well, this 3rd year of this program, 3rd year of me being here with these guys, and for the most part, all these guys are what I would consider my guys now. And we have high expectations this year. The last 2 years we've fallen short of getting a conference championship and competing for a district championship, whereas Putnam's got us the last couple years in the conference and Cairo's got us the last 2 years in the district, and we were disappointed both years in that because we felt that we could compete for those 2 titles, and that's no different this year. I feel with this program that we have and the kids that we have, every year you got to have an outlook of trying to win that conference championship and competing to get into that district championship game and win in a district. And our conference being this year with Putnam finally losing those very talented seniors that they had, the conference is wide open this year. And it's something where last year, 2 losses to Putnam cost us, and if it wasn't for that, then we'd be looking at that conference crown for the first time since '94 here. And so it's a goal that we have, and it's a goal that we feel as long as we play well, we can attain. But like I said, Scotland, North, and Putnam still are going to be a very good basketball team, so we're going to have to play well in order to do it.
Speaking of the schedule, you mentioned Hannibal tournament coming up. Logistically, they had some problems last year. What can you tell me about this year's tournament?
Oh, we're real excited about it. Hannibal, I was very glad they took on board to get a Thanksgiving tournament going after the mess that we had last year with us in Kirksville and Quincy, and then Hannibal and Pittsfield finding out real late that those tournaments we weren't allowed to play in. And Mission granted us a good option to play our games and then get out. And so this year we kind of came together to get a tournament going still before Thanksgiving, and it's going to be a great challenge for us. I mean, you look at Kirksville being a 4A school, and they had a pretty good year last year, and Hannibal, who only loses 1 kid from a team last year, and then Columbia Rockbridge being your 3rd team. I mean, you're playing 2 4A schools and a big-time 5A school. It's something that we're going to find out what we need to get better at and what we need to do to succeed in our regular season schedule. So I'm excited about the opportunity. You get to go play in a great gym in Hannibal. It's a very good atmosphere there. And so we're excited about doing that. And we're excited to get going and get challenged early, because to be successful with our conference, with our district, we need to play at a pace that some teams aren't used to playing. And when we're forced to play that way early in the season, it helps us later when we can now force other people to play at that pace and that tempo. And I think it's almost necessary to play bigger schools and to play big, strong athletes in order to get there.